everybody. It is Saturday, June 7th. My name is Karen and this is BobbleHeadKnits. So welcome to all of you. This is my knitting channel. I talk a little bit about life stuff, but mostly it's just knitting. Just a little bit of travel stuff, little books, but knitting mainly. Okay, let's get on with things. If you're looking to reach out to me, you can email me at bobbleheadknits@gmail.com, or you can message me through Ravelry. I am also on Reddit as BobbleHeadKnits, and I am on Storygraph as BobbleHeadKnits. I am not, well, I have an account on Instagram, but I do not use it. I don't check it. So for now, just ignore it. Don't message me there. Don't look for updates there. Maybe eventually I'll go back to it, but right now, not the time. All right. Yes, I have you a little bit more, a little higher and tilted a little bit, just a little different view, basically, angle. So, all right, let's get on with things. Knitting wise, I do have to tell you that right behind me, well, you can't really tell because I'm in the way and I'm not moving. It's my husband's Dustin sweater is blocking on the ground, on the mats behind me. So I need to be careful where I move because I don't want to run over it with my chair or step on it. It's been blocking for, 2 days now. We've had a lot of rain. I live in Colorado where it's really dry. So usually, depending on what it is, usually 24, 48 hours, it's done blocking. Don't know on this one. This one might take a little extra time. So yeah, we'll see. I'm going to check it. I checked it this morning, but it was still a little damp. I think I actually want to flip it over so that the other side gets more air to it. So, because I think that's most of where the dampness is. So, all right, let's get on to finished objects. I have one. Hang on, I want to make sure I have it all the right way. All right, these are my DRK Everyday Socks by Andrea Mowry, and I knit them in Knit Picks Felici in the colorway Lisa. It was the first time using Felici. Yeah, that right here, not pretty here. I'll just flip it around. Looks better on that side. First time using Felici, and I probably won't use it again. So I had a lot of issues, which we've already documented, numerous vlogs about those. These are going to end up staying with me. They were supposed to be a gift, but I don't feel comfortable giving them to anyone, mainly because of the dye bleeding on these socks. I haven't even blocked these, but there's already dye, like you can see a little bit of it here. There's some up in here. And also, once I decided they were for me, I like Frankenstein'd these socks. I played around with the heel. I played around with everything, basically. So, yeah. There they are. We'll see. Kind of match my overalls today a little bit. Maybe I'll get a screenshot. You never know. I have yet, but okay. I knit these on 2.25 millimeter needles, so US ones. I knit, one of them is a 56 stitch. One is 54. I don't know how that happened. I just made it work. So once I realized that I wasn't giving them away, I didn't care anymore. I just was like, I'm just going to have fun with them. So they are not blocked yet. I am going to block them maybe later today. We'll see. I need to do a little touch-up surgery on them. So, okay. All right. So those took me a little over a month to make. So, all right. I was really frustrated with the yarn, as you all know, but I have, so out of one skein, I have about 20 grams. I had 2 skeins, so 20 grams out of each skein left. I have all these little balls from where I had to cut the yarn because the color didn't work. Like the dye was off, all that. And then this, which I need to fix. Yeah. Telling you, I did not care. Once I gave up the hope of giving those away, I was like, this happened. I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna throw that away. But I won't. I'm gonna fix it. I'm gonna save it. We'll find something to use it for. All right, hang on. There's gonna be a lot of bending in this episode, so just be patient. All right, sorry. I needed these. All right, I need to block those still. All right, next up. Okay, these are also the DRK Everyday Socks by Andrea Mowry. These I am knitting with my Hue logo Take Flight. You've Got Me Humming colorway, and these were 4 minis, 5 I guess. Here they are. Whoop! Dropped my project bag, everything fell out. All right, there's all the minis. And here is the sock. I only have one. Just slow going on that. And I am doing this one on 56 stitches. So, yes, same thing. 2.25 millimeter US ones. And a lot of ends to weave in since they're minis, but that's okay. And yeah, this was mainly slow because I had other things I was knitting on. So, all right, hang on, bending. Okay, my whole body's stiff in case you're wondering. I'm moving funny. I went swimming yesterday. I hadn't swam in 3 weeks. And now I'm paying for it. Yeah, I had a really good swim, but yeah. Can't really bend. My neck hurts, my legs hurt, you name it. Okay, this is in a Della-Q bag, a mesh bag. I like these mesh bags because you can see what's in there. And yeah, they're very durable. So if I'm just looking for a basic, just easy bag, these are the ones I go with. All right, next sock. This one is not the DRK Everyday Vanilla or Everyday Sock by Andrea Mowry. This, well, I guess I didn't need the sock blockers, but I'll show it to you on the sock blocker. It's not done. In fact, I'm going to frog part of it today, and I'll tell you why. This is my other Frankenstein sock. I started out doing just a vanilla sock, and then I've been reading the pattern for the DRK Everyday Sock like every week for the last few months as I've knit them, and it talks about this stirrup sock, and it's supposed to have like a solid main color here and up here a little ways and here. So I was like, I'm just gonna try and see if I can get away with it. I got this much and I was like, I don't like that. I don't like this big thing of blue. So I'm gonna rip these back and start over on the gusset and the heel. There it is. And then just do a regular, normal sock. No stirrup socks for me. This is knit with Freckled Whimsy in the colorway Snow Cones, and no, I gotta look it up, sorry. Okay, it's a Splendid Base, Sunshine and Snow Cones. So what I did was, I still wanted to try the Flegel heel, which is what all these are. I wanted to do a Flegel heel, but I wanted to do a vanilla sock, and I didn't want to buy another pattern. Sorry. So I took Andrea Mowry's DRK Everyday Sock, and I basically just started knitting a vanilla sock, but when it said to do certain things for the gusset and all that, I did that. So this one is a little bit, let me look and see. I thought I went down even more on this, but let me double check. No, I guess not. They're 56 stitches also. 56 for me, I think is better, but we'll see. I'm still trying to find that perfect sock recipe for me, not for anyone else, just for me. I'm supposed to be knitting all these socks for gifts for people, but I keep knitting the sizes for me. And then once I find the perfect one that fits, that will be the one that I maybe give away. I don't know. No, this one I could give away after I rip this out and fix it. All right. I am getting a little tired of the toe up legal heel, so I might go back and try a heel toe or a heel flap, gusset, all that, cuff down. I might try some other heels. We'll see, but I'll fix this. This one is just living in this cute little bag I got. Honestly, I think I got this on Amazon when I used to frequent Amazon. Just one of those Japanese little purses, you know. It's beautiful, but yeah. It's a little small. I would prefer a little bit, not so much more room, but just more flexible fabric. This is really a stiff fabric. Okay. So I can't scrunch it up and toss it in things. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Where am I? Oh, let's talk about Charlie the chimpanzee. I still didn't bring Charlie. He's right there. See him? Okay. Charlie, hang on here. Yep. My back. Charlie is this guy right here, out of Knit It Wild Animal Friends by Louise Crowther. I have knit Charlie. There he is. He's got pants. He almost has a shirt. Not this colorful jacket, a shirt, a white t-shirt. He almost has one. I am working on the sleeves now for the shirt. It's kind of a mess, so hang on. Hang on here. And I'll tell you what, honest to God, I don't know if this pattern, if I followed the pattern right. There it is. It's cute. The shirt, though, I don't like how this is looking right here. The raglan, whatever, increases. Actually, there are a few spots here I don't like, so I'm going to rip out the sleeve. It's only like 4 rows, and I'm going to reknit the sleeve, but the first sleeve, there it is, and fix the spacing here. There's a few other issues. I don't think Charlie's going to care, but I know it's there, so I'm going to fix it. I might have mucked up this pattern. There's garter stitch. I might have turned this inside out. I don't know, but it's a design element at this point if I did it wrong. So, very cute. I really need to block this when I'm done. I didn't block the pants, but I think I'm going to once I'm done with everything. Oh, I was showing you the back. There's the front. There it is. This is neat. This is knit with skepsies. Skepsies, yeah. That Dutch yarn. And this is Catonia. Catonia, I believe it is. The body is knit in stone wash. Yeah. I really need to bring him up here. I will next time. And then I guess that's it. Just the body is in stonewash. The clothes are Catonia. I think that's right. I am going to hopefully finish this today. So next time you see me, in 2 times from now when you see me, it'll be done. Okay. Hang on. Gotta throw him back in there. All right. I have another whip that I was supposed to be knitting on that is a languishing whip, and I didn't do anything on it. So that would be the Stephen West Color Opportunity sock. I have this much. These I started last June, July. I have one sock done. I'll put it in a sock blocker because I have one right here. Hang on. This one I finished last summer, and then I lost interest, and I need to finish the second one. So it's beautiful. The yarn is, let me see if I can look it up really quick here. I got my iPad here. The yarn is some gorgeous yarn that I got from Stephen West, from Stephen and Penelope when I went last summer to the store. It's dark almond yarn. It's merino sock. It's Italian dyed. It's gorgeous. But so, I mean, I need to finish this. And I've said this now for 3 weeks. I'm going to work on it, and I haven't. So maybe this will be the week. We'll see. I was thinking about maybe taking this with me. I'm going on vacation starting Thursday. I might take it with me. We'll see, though. It has a lot of, I mean, it's not easy knitting. It's not basic knitting. But it might be something that I'm able to, like, focus on while I'm, like, on the plane and stuff, where I have no other distractions. So it could happen. Okay. All right. Hang on here. Okay. I realized something this week as I was knitting, and I'm going to work on untangling this while I talk to you for a little bit. I realized this week when I was knitting that I've gotten a little bit more adventurous in my knitting, in that for the longest time, if you didn't give me a pattern, I couldn't knit it. And also, I followed that pattern exactly. So in the last few months, I don't know, I've just gotten more adventurous. So now I'm like, oh, I know how to knit this sock. And I don't like how this fits, so I'm going to adjust it by doing this. It's like suddenly the light bulb went on. And I didn't need the step-by-step instructions. I mean, I still follow them, but I'm just feel more comfortable, I guess would be the word, in my knitting. I mean, I've been knitting since my daughter was like 7 or 8. She's 24 now. That took me a long time to get to that level of comfort. And I can't even figure this out, so we'll see. I'm not even going to worry about it right now. Yeah, so I just wanted to tell you that because I thought it was kind of just interesting. And you know, some people start knitting and day one, they're just off and running, and they are really adventurous, and they're doing their own designs, and they're not afraid to redesign something, you know, all that. I'm not that person. All right. Okay, let's go to stash enhancements. And as part of that, I will also be talking about a new cast on I'm going to make later today. Yes, I know I have a lot of casts on, but there's a reason for that. So let me get my stash enhancements. They're all in this big bin here. This is a soak bucket that I got from the company Soak. I just bought it directly from them. I did not, like, I think they probably have them in my local yarn store, but I rarely go any place. So, yeah, I just went to Soak's website and picked the one I wanted and got it. So, no. Okay, got a little grossness going on here. It came with this bottle of soap, which I got in the wild. Oh, I know why it's gross, because I forgot to close it. Wild mint. It's kind of gooey. I need to rinse it off. Hopefully my yarn didn't get all mucked up, but we'll see. Came with a big one of these. And I have to tell you that what spurred this on was because I had bought one of the last things I bought on Amazon was some of the soak. And it was so outrageously overpriced. And I was like, I need to just get some at a normal price. So I started looking, and I realized the prices were just crazy. Like, they range from what you'd expect to pay to outrageous. So I was like, I'm just going to go to the manufacturer. Well, okay, first I quit Amazon because, you know, but then I was like, I'm just going to look on the manufacturer and see what they charge. And I'm not paying more than what they charge because, of course, they have a little retail markup. But, yeah. And I would have gone just to, like, my local yarn store. But, you know, it's like, yeah. I work at home. So I only really leave my house, like, once a week to go work out at the pool. I work out more than that, but at the pool. So, all right. Yeah, so it was just easier to buy it online. It also came, they sent this lotion, hand lotion. So I haven't checked it out yet. I'm sure it smells beautiful. It also came with a couple of these little things, which are right now covered in gross stuff, so I need to fix that. And then, well, I got one of these from Jimmy Bean's Wool, so I got 3 of those. Okay. I'm going to put this back on the floor. This is like the medium bucket. I wish I'd gotten a large. So I had talked about this before. I had just been putting my knits in the sink, in the kitchen sink. I mean, I would clean it and all that, but it was kind of gross. Like I was like, yeah. So I've been wanting something that was specific just for my knits, and that's what we settled on. Even though I would have liked a larger one, I realistically don't need this. Like, I was able to block my husband's sweater in there. So it was tight, but it worked. All right. All right. Let's talk about the yarn that I got. Okay. Actually, before we get to the yarn, I did get 2 more sock needles. Hiya. I ordered these from Simply Sock Yarn online. I think they're in Indiana. Could be wrong. But I wanted 2 more sock needles so I could have more socks online. I got soak on here. Oof. Okay, hang on. I'm going to pause you a second. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry. I had like soak stuff on my hands. It was driving me nuts. So I had to go wash my hands. All right. Now to the yarn that I got. All right, so I got those needles from Simply Sock Yarn, and while I was there, I of course had to look at the yarn. And I got this skein of Night Owl fibers, self-striping, and this is the Barn Owl sock base in the colorway Pineapple Shake-Up. And yeah, I'm gonna throw this in my Lucky Dip bag, and it will be part of my striped sock knitting obsession for the rest of the summer. So this is 100 grams, 75-25. It's beautiful. Look at that. Yep. My sister loves fuchsia and sage green, so that's kind of these colors. I'll probably use this for my sister. Sorry about the crinkle. All right, so that's going in the Lucky Dip bag. All right, this other thing, I'm short one because I didn't know how to count. But I have another one coming. I've already ordered it. I wanted to knit some Christmas socks for Christmas in July. And I have one skein of Christmas, or one partial skein, but I wanted some more. And I saw this and was like, I'm just going to get these. They're minis, but if I get enough of them, I can make it work. So these are Freckled Whimsy, again in the Serendipity base. And do you see them? They're 20 gram minis, so I need at least 80. So I probably don't even need 80, but I got another one coming. There they are. The colorway is Peppermint Mocha. And I just have some bear yarn that I'm going to use, some Cascade Heritage yarn that I'm going to use for the heels and toes and cuffs. I think that will be beautiful. Just for some Christmas knits. All right. So these, I got 3. I should have gotten 4. As soon as it came in yesterday, my husband said, when are you going to stop buying sock yarn? And I was like, I don't know. And then I realized that I really needed 4 of these, not 3. So I immediately ordered it. It's like, not today, honey. All right. My husband, he is a good guy. He's one of the good guys. Oh, I got a little bit of soak on this yarn, but I'm not going to worry about it. All right. This yarn was, it's a long story, but I was on Jimmy Bean's Wool looking for some other Skepsis yarn, which I'll tell you about in a bit. And I decided to try their sock yarn, and I needed some yellow yarn. So I got the Arcadia, and this is sock yarn, and it's solid color, which is okay. And hang on, let me tell you if it's on here. It is 75.25, and I want it solid yellow because Atticus, my grandson, loves yellow. So I'm gonna knit some socks for my husband, and then I'm gonna use the leftovers for Atticus. And Atticus is only 2, so he doesn't need much, but I'm just gonna make yellow socks for him. The other thing I got while I was shopping at Jimmy Bean's was this cute little bag. It's supposed to be a sock bag. It's got soak on it too. I'm gonna have to rinse everything off. It's just this neon Delicue bag, and it snaps. And the reason I was like, oh, I'm gonna get this is because I am looking for a new little tiny bag to use when I travel on my carry-on, basically. And it needs to be real flexible fabric and scrunch up small and all that. And we'll see if this works, because I'm going to take it with me. It has, I could probably get 2 skeins or 3 skeins in there, but I've only got 1 in there now. Has a little handle, has a bunch of pockets. It has zippered pockets inside. It has open pockets. And then it totally unsnaps. Like, you could open it extra wide. So it has all the pockets. Yeah. The yarn that I have in here it is. Let's talk about why I have that yarn in there. So my husband, after I made my Musselburgh hat, after I made it this spring, my husband's like, oh, I want one of those. So I need to have him try on the one I made for myself, and then I'm gonna knit him one for his birthday. I might knit it in this, which is, oh, I don't know if I even have the card thing. I think I lost the card. Hang on, let me see. Let me see if I can just quickly tell you what it is. It is the oldest yarn that was in my sock bag. And you'll see why I said that in a bit. I think it is, hold on. I'm looking on my Ravelry. I know I have it in here. Hold on, I'm getting there. It's not Tint the Sleeping Air. Hold on, I went too far. I know this is exciting for you. Hang on. Oh, gosh. This is, no clue where'd it go. Oh, there it is. Trailing Clouds Nimbus set. And it's the Mind the Gap colorway. It's supposed to be socks. But when I was making another video yesterday and going through the sock yarn bag, and this was in there and it was already wound, and I was like, oh, I could use that for the Musselburgh. So I'm waiting to see. I'm gonna have my husband try on my Musselburgh, and if one skein will do it for him, then I will use this. If we need a little bit more yarn, I have some other yarn that I'll use instead, but this is what I'm leaning towards. So it will definitely be, whatever yarn I pick will definitely be going in here, and it will be going with me on vacation next week. So that's why it's in there. So after I'm done here, first thing I'm gonna go do is figure out if my husband's head is the same size or close enough to mine that I can get away with using just that one skein. So we'll see. Okay, let's see. Told you all the stash enhancements. Oh, okay. The video I was filming yesterday was the lucky what's in my bag, lucky dip. I asked you all last week, would you like to see what's in my bag? I had pulled out all my sock yarn that was not self-striping. All the self-striping I left in my bag, my lucky dip bag. And I asked you all last week if you want to see what was in there, and you did. So I made a video. It will be up next Friday, and it will replace my normal vlog since I won't be here. So yes, that's coming. I have started to I've started to like put together all my Christmas in July knitting, and that's like patterns and yarn. I could probably get by without buying any yarn for any of my Christmas projects. That's not saying I won't buy yarn for my Christmas projects. That's saying I could get by with it. But there are a few things that I might get while I'm traveling in Canada. We'll see what I find. I have some very specific colors that I'm looking for. So if those come up, if I see them, then I'll get them. All right. Told you about the Musselburgh. Knitting in Public Day is coming up on June 14th. That's next Saturday. I'll be knitting in Canada in public. So don't forget to go out and knit in public that day. Karen at Recreational Knitting gave me an idea, and I'm going to run with it. You can't tell because it's tilted, but up there on the wall, there's like a couple feet of space. It's just bare wall. And I've been wanting to put something festive up there. I think I'm going to start knitting little bunting, little triangles with my leftover yarn that I like, not this, and turn it into bunting for my office. So the wall up there, I have 2 windows in my office that have curtain rods and I haven't hung curtains. Thinking about doing it there too. So yeah, so I'm gonna start making those actually like next finished object with some yarn that I really like. I will do that. All right, I found a bunch of free bunting patterns that I'm just gonna use and make it up as I go. All right, so thanks Karen for planting that seed. All right, I think that's it for the knitting. I will be now switching over, just minor talk about life stuff. Not very much, but if you don't want to stick around, that's fine. If you find it in your heart to like and subscribe, I'd love it if you did that. So if you don't, oh well, it's your loss, just saying. Okay, this past week was fairly relaxed, not too crazy at work. I am going, like I said, I work 2 more days. I work tomorrow and Monday, and then I'm off for a week. And we're going, my husband and daughter and I are going to go see Coldplay here in Denver on Tuesday night, and then early Wednesday we get, my husband and I are getting up early. And we are getting on a plane and flying to Vancouver, and we will be in Vancouver and Victoria for a week. And we are really looking forward to that. It's gonna be great. It's I've called it the preemptive reparations tour. We're gonna spend all our US dollars in Canada to make up for all the grief that the US has been causing Canada. Apologies to all my Canadian friends. It's like apologies to the world, really. You know what I'm talking about. All right. Yeah, so that's my week. And so this weekend, we're a little busy. Yesterday was my Saturday. Friday was my Saturday. And what did I do? I swam, I knit a lot, nothing else really. Today though, we've got a very busy day. We gotta go get a birthday gift for a 5-year-old. We have lunch with friends, and then we have a birthday party for a 5-year-old. And I'm trying to get my everything kind of cleaned up so that when we leave, because our daughter will be staying behind, that things are nice for her. She lives in our basement and she's a complete slob, so she won't care if our part of the house is nice, but I will care. So yes, so I'm gonna do some minor cleaning type things today. All right. My garden, hopefully when I get back, I will have some things to show you, not necessarily like edible things out of my garden, but it's been really rainy here, so I've not been able to go out and film in my garden, but things are starting to happen out there. So when I get back, I will try to remember and I will go out and show you. We have peppers, tomatoes, a bunch of herbs, some eggplant, potatoes, which actually I have 4 planters of potatoes and 2 of them have started. Like you can see the little potato plant sticking out. So yeah. And just a few other things, and yeah, so it's kind of fun out there. I keep checking every day. It hailed a little yesterday, but it wasn't bad enough to like damage anything, so that was good. Hopefully there will be no like garden killing storms that come along, but like I said, it's been very rainy, so never know. All right, I have not finished any books this week. I did not watch any TV this week, so yeah, I got nothing else. All right, I'm gonna let you all go. Next week, my What's in the Bag video is already scheduled. It's already, set up. Everything's set, so you won't even know I'm gone. So if I told you. So watch for that next week, and then this video this week, and then when I come back, I will have probably lots of Canadian yarn purchases to show you. All right, everybody, have a great week or two till I'm back, and yeah, see you later.